if there wasn't so much economic distress for um, lower income families and whatnot, I think that voting might be a lot different. But like out here, you have to have a car.
Right.
Have to. Because, I mean, there are a few buses
But not enough to
go
get
right
around where you
from like,
go.
no, not at all. Like there's a few buses that run around downtown. There's like one bus that'll come all the way down to the Galleria Mall here in Hoover.
Right.
And there's a couple of buses that might go to like Homewood and Mountain View and whatever, which are like suburbs that are between Hoover and downtown. Um, but it's not anything near adequate, and a lot of people don't have like transportation to even go vote because they can't afford a car and whatnot. I mean, luckily, like this past, last earlier this month, we had the midterm voting and whatnot.
Right.
There were a lot of people that were offering services, saying, we've got a bus, we've got a this and a that to vote. Call this number.
That's
But I don't know how many people even
well.
that are in that
They
situation.
had a retirement bus that was gonna go vote for like Stacey Abrams or like the Democratic nominee, and they pulled that bus over. And it was just a bus to
Yeah,
take people to go vote and
yeah.
stuff like that. And then they were like, okay. And then the next day they just went and voted anyway. But that, I mean, for some reason in the South, voter suppression is a motherfucker.
It is. And it also happens a lot for Native Americans too. Like
Oh yeah, because of the
that.
PO boxes and the whole government thing, which you're fucking.
Hmm.
That's just so stupid.
Yeah. Well, and not to mention, a lot of the reservations are so, re- by design, remote and away from civilization, so to say.
Right.
That while they are by law required to give them a place in town to vote, they can't do it electronically because it's so rural,
Right.
and so that leaves a lot of room for oops on the way from where the ballots were cast to where they need to go.
Oh yeah, dude.
And bitch, I swear, if you do not get in your own lane, sorry.
People driving crazy. Now let your inner roadway out. I don't judge you. I understand.
People people do not. That's the. It makes like, okay. I was born with cataracts, and so I have like lens implants, and I don't
Right.
have true natural depth perception anymore.
Right.
So things look closer to me than they really are a lot of the times,
Right.
and so when people can't stay in their own lane and they kind of drift over the white line a little bit or drift a little too close to the white line, it freaks me out.
Oh, okay. Understandable. Things in
Also
this mirror
because,
appear closer than they actually are. No shit, mirror. No shit.
yeah, although when they do actually kind of bleed over into my lane, they really are too close. But
Right.
oh my God, I had a semi truck last week, I think, when I was driving home, that full set of tires came over into my lane.
Oh, really?
And I was like, well, because they weren't paying attention. Because like I was behind them at first. Like, ugh, this is the other thing about the freeways. These damn semi trucks do not stay in the right lane like they're supposed to, like all the signs say to.
Right.
And so then this place is nothing but up and down hills. So every time we go up a hill, they're going like 10 miles an hour
Right.
in like the middle lane and the left lane, and sometimes in the right lane too. And so every single person on the freeway is stuck behind a damn truck going 10 miles an hour.
Can't they
That's
get pulled
another
over
reason
for
that,
that?
well, the state troopers are a little too busy escorting football teams apparently
Oh God,
to
yeah,
patrol the freeway.
yeah, pretty much, right?
Evo, I have been here almost 6 years, like I said, and the only time I have ever seen state trooper presence on the interstate was at a particular construction area between Tuscaloosa and here that's really just more of a ticket trap than anything.
Gotcha. So they can make sure they get their revenue.
Right. But, with all these people breaking, like, the rules and law of the road every day to and from work that I see and causing all these accidents and everything, no, they can't be bothered to patrol that.
But I gotta make sure that roll tide go down.
Mm-hmm.
Roll Tide! I like saying it, not because I actually believe in it, just because it's such a good troll. I remember one time at work, I just screamed at my friend. I was like, "Roll Tide!" And another aisle, "Roll Tide!" And I was like, "Oh God, oh God, we're in Las Vegas, Nevada. We're on the West Coast. Stop it!"
No, it will happen. Like when I was getting ready to move out here, I was at Trader Joe's back at home doing some grocery shopping, and I can't remember how it came up, but I was talking to the cashier and I was like, yeah, I'm getting ready to move to Alabama, next month or whatever. And he was immediately, Roll Tide. And I'm like, what?
And then you got there and you're like, oh, I see.
But I mean, at Trader Joe's
They're
in
about that way.
California, San Francisco Bay Area, Roll Tide is not something you expect here.
That is absolutely nuts. Did you get your 2 burgers? One for now, one for later.
I did.
Good stuff. Do they have the free peanuts there too?
Yep.
Yeah, I really like those free peanuts. That's what I live for.
You know what? Have you ever had boiled peanuts?
Some people swear by them. They sound weird. They sound weird to me.
They're so good, Devo, boiled peanuts.
Are you sure? Because some people tell me they're so good, and some people say they're mushy pieces of crap.
They're not mushy if you get them right. If they're mushy, that means they weren't done right.
So what's the point of boiling a peanut?
No. It's just a texture flavor thing because you don't boil them in plain water.
What do you boil them in?
I don't know, but I know it's not plain water because otherwise they would have no taste whatsoever. But they're flavored. Like you can get them like spicy, or just, the normal salty or whatever. But like, they're actually really good. I enjoy them.
That is crazy. Interesting. Boiled peanuts. Well, if I have a chance, I guess I might try them. Maybe. I know I was kind of apprehensive to fried pickles, and that was actually really good when I had them.
Oh, fried pickles are so good. But for me, that's another thing where it has to be done right because some people don't do it right.
Yeah. Well, and then plus I had this little delicious little sauce that went on the side. That sauce was so good. It was very good pickles. Very good fried pickles. So I guess I could be a believer.
You know what I like too is the fried green tomatoes.
Yeah, my mom used to always make those. You gotta dry them out real good though, but they come out real good.
But I don't like it when people do the breading, like the cornmeal breading or whatnot. I like them when they're battered.
Yeah, my mom used to brine them out with salt to dry them out, and then she would make the batter with no seasoning because it already had the brine part of it, and they came out pretty bomb that way. It's like
I
a
was gonna
nice
say that
savory
sounds
stuff.
good.
Yeah.
That sounds real good.
She was serious, dude. She did everything from scratch, so when she had green tomatoes or had the money to do everything, she did it right. For me, my taste buds weren't shit when I was a kid, but as I got older, I was like, oh, this is pretty good.
Yeah. It's funny how, like, taste buds change. But you know what? There are some things that people don't like and have never liked that I've always liked. Like Brussels sprouts.
Yeah, I like Brussels sprouts. Little garlic, little Parmesan cheese, little butter.
Like I was a kid. My favorite thing ever, now that I think about it, I have a jar of them in the fridge and I'm going to have to eat some now, is pickled beets.
Oh, okay. Pickled beets are pretty good. I like them when they're cold, though. I'm weird. And I like to put on salads.
No, they have to be cold.
Yeah, okay. My friend liked his warm, and I'm like, that's weird, bro. Like, when it's like a nice pickled beet and it's crisp on a salad, it's delicious.
Yeah, I get these, for some reason, I have a hard time finding, like, just the old school ones that are in a can.
Oh
Um,
yeah. But
but
sometimes in the can they're hit or miss. Like the best ones I had have been like the homemade ones, of course.
yeah, well, these ones that I buy, let me see. They are Aunt Nellie's pickled beets.
Aunt Nellis, roll tide.
And they're in a jar, and they're small, you know, they're like the smaller beets, but they're whole. And they are delicious.
You got a little too excited when you said they're delicious.
Because they are. I have to stop myself from sitting here and eating the whole jar of them.
Keep them in the fridge. Come inside the kitchen, have to smack your hand off like that's for the salad. You're not supposed to just eat them out the jar like that. Now we ain't gonna have stuff to put on our salad. Think of other people's
That's what I'm
stuff.
doing right now. I am salad.
Oh my gosh. But you have a burger too. You gonna put it on the burger?
It's just the appetizer.
You ain't shit. This is just an appetizer. You really realize you ain't shit, right? Oh gosh. These is just an appetizer. Not to be confused with the main course.
$5 subscriber, more like a $5 footlong at Subway.
Hey, what's up, Val Movement? Thank you for continued support. You're up to 4 months now, man. I appreciate you, Doc. How you been? Remember, kids, don't play the English patch, because if the Korean developers catch you, they'll ban you. You're going to play our game. You're going to learn our language. Freaking Americans playing our game. To be fair, the guy who was streaming, he had 5,000 viewers, the #1 streamer. Like, you can't do that. You can't stream that shit. I'm pretty sure one of the other streamers that were Korean didn't like the fact that the #1 streamer is American, and then shut that shit down.
What are you playing, Devo?
Lost Ark.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's very enjoyable. I think you'd like it.
So is that the one that you were
Yeah, I'm gonna get Cajun to play. He's
posting
gonna
in
play it.
Discord earlier?
Yeah, he's gonna play that shit whether he likes it or not. It's only a matter of time. Once it releases in America, he can get his hands on it, it's over. But I think Lineage is still a good game because you don't have to be there to play. You can always just sit it there and, you know, auto play, and then every 15-20 minutes check in on yourself, right?
Unless you're in a war. Right now, we've been in a war with another clan for about going on 3 weeks. And
Okay.
you can't farm for nothing. Like, it's annoying, right? Because if I sit there and watch my tune farm and like drool on myself out of boredom, nobody touches me.
But
Like
when you
last
go
night.
away, then it's a problem though, right?
The second I go away, like this morning, I was sitting there watching myself farm and talking to people on Discord and whatnot. Nobody touched me. And then I had to go do some stuff. So I was like, hey, KG, if you see me die, this is where I'm at, if you want to hunt him down. And so I stepped away from the computer, went out onto my balcony. So this whole time, it's like maybe 2 minutes since I stepped away from the computer, and KG pings me and says, you're dead. And I'm like, damn it.
That's some
The
shit.
second I step away. So
That
I
sounds
came
good.
back. I came back 10 or 15 minutes later, respawned, moved myself back to where I was, but I switched channels on the server, and went back to farming. Sat there for about 15-20 minutes, nothing happening. All right, cool. Walk away. 2 minutes later, KG pings me, you're dead. Like, fuck, dude. Okay, fine. I'm just
Hey,
gonna
low
stay
key,
dead.
I know KT had nothing to do with it, but I'm pretty much sure he giggled every time he had to ping you that you're dead. You're dead.
I mean, I'm sure he did. I'm sure he did.
Yeah,
But,
Battle Movement. A lot of people play Lineage too. I think a lot of people like it. It seems like an okay phone game and stuff like that if you want to play it. From what I hear, it plays itself.
Yeah, well, yeah, the mobile version, the Lineage 2 Revolution, but
Yeah.
it's, I never played real Lineage 2,
Right.
or old school Lineage for that matter, but, from what I've told, which, I mean, I guess it would have to be if you're gonna appeal to the mass market, Um, the mobile game is dumbed down a lot.
Oh, fuck yeah. No comparison. But I mean, they're there to make the money, so I understand.
Now, for a mobile game, though, mind you, it's pretty damn good.
Oh, yeah. They did a good job on that. I've seen the game and seen how it plays. Plus, you can always play it on BlueStacks on your computer or whatever emulator they use.
Which is what I do. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I do that. My only frustration is the 2D movement. You know, you can go forward and back and side to side. There's no actual, you can't jump. There's no, 360 motion.
Right.
Which I understand, because I don't really think there's any way that you could pull that off on a mobile game whatsoever. But, I play a mage, and as you know, generally speaking, mages are not the most agile of classes.
Right. Yeah.
So, I completely suck ass against any kind of rogue. Well, not the archers, but, daggers. Because they're so fast that I can't outrun them, I can't outmaneuver them because of the mobility limitations of the game.
Yeah.
And so, generally, the one thing I will say about this game too is that more or less about, 60-70% of the time, PvP is predictable because it's mostly about who can get the first stun in.
Right, and then that's it.
Right, unless the person you're fighting just happens to be way stronger than you are, or vice versa. But the dagger classes, or the dagger rolls, I should say, really, they are all so fast that a lot of times they'll zip up on me and stun me before I even quite realize what's going on. And they have a buff that gives them 400% crit damage for 4 seconds.
Oh, okay.
So it's wham, bam.
Well, in this game, it's like the fighters is the class I linked KG today, and sometimes when they get on you, it's fucking terrible. But the one nice thing, and that's where it comes into play, if people are playing their classes right, I'm pretty sure there's classes that can get them off of you. And a lot of people don't realize that, a lot of the casters, if you're a tank, your job is to see the shit on the casters so the casters can kill shit.
Right.
And a lot of people just be like, I gotta be number one in killing. It's like, no, that's not